The Kayfabe Crunch is made cost-effective by Jet Genius, America's first choice for travel insurance. Well, we're at least in everyone's top 10. We promise to protect you from theft or damage during your journey. Although if an act of God occurs, you're on your own. For as an insurance company, we've committed too many sins to reason with him.
The Kayfabe Crunch. News next.
Good day, this is your Kayfabe Crunch for Saturday, February 29th, 2020. I'm Jack Jackhammer. It's Leap Day, the calendar's cheeky little way of giving us more time to read the news. So you can enjoy this issue of the Kayfabe Crunch with the full knowledge that it's something extra and wouldn't actually exist on any other year. Other than, other leap years. As it's Leap Day, we'll be bringing you a special... What, that was cut? Really? Our lethal leap year leap back in time for Leap Day 2020 leap year retrospective? Was it for time? Or... Okay. Now let's leap into the news, I guess. No, I won't say it again. You've really disappointed me. I love Southpaw Regional Wrestling. Top story, legends never die. Oh god, why won't they die? The big news coming out of SuperShowdown is obviously the sudden title change, where a star from a bygone era took the championship from present-day talent. I am, of course, talking about the SmackDown tag team titles. The nerve of John Morrison to trample on a flourishing tag team division like this, it's disgusting. Thankfully, though, everything got better in the main event when the legendary Goldberg defeated the monster who has been plaguing WWE all year. And thanks to Big Bill, there's no longer a powerful demon going into WrestleMania. No grand villain to defeat on the grandest stage of them all. So I think we can all rest a little easier knowing that the next 5 weeks will be smooth sailing. Or at least so we thought. SmackDown opened with Goldberg arriving to a deafeningly lukewarm response, before declaring that it's not about who's last, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th or 10th. It's about who's next. The grandest of canines responded to this outcry by declaring himself next in line. Good luck, Roman. The Fiend defeated Seth Rollins with relative ease, surviving multiple curb stomps. Then the Fiend was dominated by Goldberg in impressive, aggressive, and dare I say it, a little bit sensual fashion. Seth once defeated Roman with a single curb stomp. So by our calculations, Roman, you'll need to hit Goldberg with... Error spears. No, that can't be right. You'll need to hit him with somewhere around infinite spears for any of this to make a lick of sense. And now it's time for your fast count, the sudden title change of news.
Mansoor wins his biannual bout in Saudi Arabia. See you in 6 months, Mansoor.
Jericho inadvertently addresses weight gain allegations by avoiding the scales during the Revolution weigh-in. Despite this, Le Champion might just be about to lose 20 pounds.
Curtis Axel remains employed by WWE.
The Undertaker makes his shocking return at SuperShowdown, where he won an ice sculpture made from human urine.
Sasha Banks returns to SmackDown, where she'll be competing as a recording artist going forward. Elias and R-Truth are her rumored rivalries.
Big E ejected from ringside. Oh, that's what the E stands for.
During last night's contract signing, Zayn confirms that WWE has a notary on staff. That's canon now.
The SmackDown Tag Team titles to be defended inside the Elimination Chamber, due to the resounding success of prior Tag Team Elimination Chamber matches.
Having had it announced on SmackDown, female referee is the only referee who is allowed a first and second name. Wait, did you expect me to remember it?
6% of SmackDown's total airtime was highlights from John Cena's career. There's no need for me to report which ones, you already know. Yes, that's right, Kurt Angle, JBL, The Rock, 16 titles. And that's your fast count.
You've been counted out. I don't care if you think I made a bad call.
And now the big story coming out of last night's SmackDown was of course the return of John Cena.
So what am I doing? I'm doing something.
Cena appeared as happy as ever to be back in front of the WWE Universe. Although he does appear to have missed a step, as we could, in fact, see him. The man with the aggressively bright t-shirts talked about his pride for the WWE, and more specifically his pride for the future of the business, and how that relates to his WrestleMania plans. Now, I thought for sure here, as NXT is the future of the business, that this was John Cena announcing a takeover appearance. I mean, who doesn't want to see John Cena versus Keith Lee? Even just saying those names in conjunction has made you think, actually, yes please, Mr. Newsman, sir. That sounds like an excellent match that I'd very much like to gobble up through my hungry little eyes. However, John Boy's announcement was very different. John Cena decided he will not compete at WrestleMania this year, as it's time to let the future lead the charge. But as Cena bid the Boston True Blue goodbye, The Fiend appeared on stage and challenged him to a match by pointing at the WrestleMania sign. Cena then tipped his cap, Fiend, sealing a gentleman's agreement between the pair for a match at the Show of Shows. Say what you will about Goldberg stripping away the mystique of The Fiend, but now he's gained extra powers, like pointing and standing patiently and politely beside a man he wants to murder. My producer tells me that your thoughts are important, so we opened the Kayfabe Crunch Audio Inbox and asked, were you a fan of Goldberg beating The Fiend at SuperShowdown? Now let's hear your all-important thoughts.
Man, I'm so happy. When I was a kid, Goldberg was the man. I used to love him in WCW. So seeing him win now, at the ripe young age of 53, man, it's really something, man. I don't care much about what it means for WWE, though. I watch AEW now, man.
It was a travesty. I hated it. Why Goldberg? It should have been The Undertaker or Shawn Michaels or even Triple H. What's he doing anyway? I am sick of these WCW legends hogging the spotlight from WWE legends. Such a disaster of a company.
I'm not ashamed to admit this, but I've canceled my network subscription. Now, I'm not usually the sort of person to take such drastic measures, let alone brag about it on the Wrestling News podcast. But that's how much I hated this result. Oh, wait. Shoot. Should take over next month, right? Hey, hon. I'm going to resubscribe to the network, okay? Okay.
Hello? Is this where I leave a message? I just wanted to say, I saw him too. Johnny Alkaline, I mean. The hardcore wrestling ghost? He was in my woodshed, trying to bash his own face in with a sledgehammer. I offered to help him, but he hissed at me and then disappeared. So I don't think you're crazy for seeing him. Unless I'm crazy too.
Hello. I just wanted to call and give my opinion on the Saudi show with the Goldberg and the Fiend. Well, here's my thinking. Here are my thoughts. And that is all I have to say about that.
And there's just time for a quick look at the headlines the Sunday wrestling newspapers are leading with. It seems like the grappling Ogler are retracting all of their predictions for the WrestleMania card, as plans have indeed changed. Sect addicts have 6 reasons why Daniel Bryan will be lucky to make WrestleMania this year. Sad, but true. And Ryan Duvet over at Pro Wrestling Duvet has an exclusive report pertaining to WWE contracts. And it's literally just photocopies of recently signed contracts. Because he works there. Join us Tuesday when we'll bring you all the latest from Monday Night Raw. And remember, if you're ever angry at WWE for any reason, there's a lot more wrestling out there. So much wrestling. So much wrestling. It actually never ends. The wrestling never ends. Oh my god, it never ends. This has been the Kayfabe Crunch. Your not quite daily, not quite news, bump for the world of professional wrestling.
The Kayfabe Crunch is made cost-effective by Jet Genius. Get full coronavirus coverage with our new Pandemic Panic Package. For just a $90 premium, we guarantee you and your family protection from this deadly super flu. Don't take the risk. Take the smart choice with Jet Genius, the only insurance company to guarantee total germ eradication. Please don't sue us.
The Kayfabe Crunch.